Hey, in part two, we're going to talk about death. We're going to talk about divorce because divorce is death. Hey, if you guys getting any content, you getting any good value from my content, please subscribe. Please hit the like button and continue to tune in. I get at y'all. Check it out. Hey, family, I'm back. Part two. We having this series called The Journey, and we're really just talking about my life, the process that I've taken to get to where I am today, and tools that I can provide to help you guys if you need it with your current life and or any situation that you might go through in the near future. But part two, we're gonna talk about divorce, and this is an important one for me. This is probably the most important aspect of the journey. It's the rebuilding process. But we're going to talk about divorce really quickly because I say this term, and I know people are not going to like it, but I don't really care. But divorce is death. It's death. I had seen a pastor years ago talk about how divorce is like living death. Especially when you have a child with a person that you have to continuously see in your future. It's reliving death all over again, right? So just to make it personal, when I got divorced, I felt like someone died. I felt like a person died. I also felt like a part of myself died along with it, right? And being in a young relationship where we were high school sweethearts, we were together since we were in high school, all the way up through the years. I was in a 12-year relationship, approximately, and losing that part of you, which is ultimately part of your identity in a sense, was hard. It was tough. It took me years. The grieving process was real. I didn't understand what people said and how, and when people started talking about what the grieving process is, I didn't understand it until I went through divorce. I didn't understand that the stages of it is real, from the blaming stage, the deflecting stage, to the hurt, the pain, the anger. Ooh. The anger, man. The anger, the disappointment, the feeling of abandonment. It's so many things. Then it comes when you don't even want to even, like, I didn't want to wake up in the morning. Like, there were times where I did not want to get up. I didn't want to open my eyes. My life was over. The part of my life that I thought was going to be the future was gone. And I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to handle it. There would be days where I cried all day. I mean, just to be honest, I'm going to be honest and authentic with you guys. There were days where I just wanted to go to sleep all day long. I did not want to get up. Living was a burden. Waking up in the morning was a burden. Depression was real. And all of my people out here that's going through depression, that's been through any type of mental, anxiety or anything that cause you some ailments, understand when I say that living is hard when tragedy comes. It's all, flowers and celebration when everything is great. But when tragedy comes, it's very hard. So divorce is like death for me. It was death for me. And it took a lot. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of isolation. I had to isolate myself. I had to stop talking to people. That was the thing. Like, stop talking to people. Stop telling people your business. Stop getting on the phone. You know what I mean? Stop, because people love negativity. They love pain. And in a sense, yeah, people were there for me, and the people that have been there for me, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You know who you are. Right? But there are people that just gossip just to gossip. That will sit there in front of you just to listen to your horror story, and then go back and talk about you. Right? And it wasn't getting me any clear. It wasn't helping me in any way to have these conversations with people. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't helping me, right? For me, what changed my life was accountability. And we're going to get into the tools in a little bit. But the first tool is accountability. I had to look in the mirror at myself. I had to stop pointing the finger. I had to stop deflecting. I had to stop blaming. I had to stop talking about people. I had to be accountable for myself, the decisions that I made, the things that I did, and ultimately led to tragedy. You know, and I'm not saying that life is fair, because life isn't fair. Fair is doesn't exist in my mind. You know, I make what I have. I make it by working. You know, I ask God to bless me every day. I ask God to clear my path straight for me, for him to provide everything that I need, as well as him to create something for me in my future that I might not see today. And I don't even know where this channel is going, but what I do know is that the message that I'm trying to provide is valuable. Because if there was someone in my life 4 years ago that could have helped me move forward a little bit quicker, it might have benefited me, or given me the information that I'm providing might have helped. But I didn't. I had to do it on my own. And in a sense, I did it by myself. I had people around me that helped me. I had people that sheltered me, that helped me, you know, with a place to live, because I lost my home, I lost my marriage, and I lost my job within 3 months. And at the time, I was making about $20-something an hour. And I could not handle it. I couldn't handle taking care of a 3-year-old. I couldn't handle working in Malvern, which is about an hour and a half away from where I lived. And, you know, having no place to live. It was too much. It was so difficult. But what I will say is divorce is death. All my married people out here, listen. Take apart the extremes. Let's not talk about abuse. Let's not talk about someone that's just completely cheating, and let's not talk about that situation, those situations. But let's talk about, like, your decisions. Understand that with every decision, there's a consequence, right? The law of physics is with every action, there will be an equal and opposite reaction. Understand that you chose to get married. You chose to tie the knot. You chose to live a life for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, you know, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. That's what you decided to do. That was your choice. And in that marriage, you might have had a kid. You might have had multiple kids. You might have families, right? Stick it out. I can't say this enough. Stick it out. Be committed to the vows that you made to that person the day that you created a covenant with God in marriage. Stay married. You think the grass is greener? I'm trying to tell you right now, it is hard out here. It ain't easy. And it hasn't been easy. Every day, it's been hard. You know, and again, taking away the situations of being, you know, of being abused or being cheated on or whatever extreme situation. I understand that these things happen. But we are strictly talking about, you know, I'm mad at you because you didn't do something yesterday, or, you know, hey, you know, I'm not happy no more. You know, nothing in your vows said anything about happiness, people. There's not a word in there that talks about happiness, right? It's unconditional. Unconditional. It is consistent. It is choosing every day the spouse that you chose. You chose that spouse, by the way. So don't get mad now. You chose him or her. Have integrity. Be responsible, and follow your vows that you made in marriage to that person. I'm gonna digress. I'm gonna keep moving forward. Okay. So the first tool that I want to say when it comes to, you know, rebuilding from scratch, is accountability. My life changed when I held myself accountable. When I looked at myself in the mirror and said, "You're not good enough. You failed. You made the bad decisions. You caused this situation to fail." Now, is that all true? No, absolutely not. There are three sides to a story: one, two, and then a three is the middle ground, and that's usually the true story. Whatever. But it's not really about that. It's about you moving forward and being better than you are currently. It's about learning from the mistakes, developing into a new, so that in the future you won't make those same mistakes again. Right? It's about being accountable and responsible. Being an adult. Being an adult. Second tool. If you don't know the information, find it. If you don't know how to be a better person, seek help. Gain knowledge and understanding. I'm going to say it again. Second tool. Gain knowledge and understanding. I did not know how to be a husband. I didn't even know how to financially be a good steward over what God had given me. I didn't know money. I don't come from money. I'm a kid from Philadelphia. I was born in West, lived most of my life in North. And if anyone know Richard Island, they know it ain't the best area, right? So I didn't come from money. I came from poverty, not having much, and learning how to basically make paycheck to paycheck just to pay someone else. That's what my parents did. You know what? They did their best that they could, and I love them, and I'm happy that they provided me the life that. So I can sit right now and say to you that I am moving towards financial freedom. That I am looking at generational wealth as a thing, not just some made up thing that you see only on TV. No, I had to gain the knowledge and gain the understanding towards my future success. I had to change my mindset from the accountability tool first stage to now being able to go and read. I've read 13 books in the last 2 years. And some people, that's not even a lot, right? But I've read a lot because I needed to learn a lot so that I can be better, right? So if I know I'm not good enough, I know I'm failing or I've failed, right? I need to learn how to be better. So that takes intentional living, gain the knowledge and understanding, right? Third tool. Outlast and overcome the darkness and negativity. You got to grind. Every day is hard when you go through tragedy. When you go through depression, when you go through any type of mental ailments, someone dies in your life, divorce, you got kids, you got custody issues, you got, asset separation. You got so many things going on in a divorce. It's hard. And a lot of times people never recover. They never recover from it. And to all my men, specifically my men, and someone and my women also, but to my men, because I'm a man and I've lived it, you got to overcome, man. You got to overcome. I can't say this enough. You have to overcome the darkness. I was in a dark place for a while. You got to overcome. You got to grind. You have to stay positive. You have to think of your future and look at it in a light, not in darkness. I've seen both sides of it. And usually when you tend to lean on the darkness, it tends to not be good for your health, good for your mentality. It's not good for your family. It's not good for the circle around you. It's not good for anyone. Right? So you got to overcome. And it's hard. It takes work. You got to grind. But failure is not an option here. It's not. It will never be an option here. Not in my life, not in my family, not on this channel. We will overcome. We will move forward. We will learn. We will put out information. We will inspire. We will motivate. We will do everything we possibly can to move the needle forward. My main goal here is to break generational chains. And I'm not playing. Not playing. We breaking them. I might have to change my channel name because we breaking the chains here. So again, divorce is death. If you marry, stay married. If you in a very extreme situation, hey, God bless you. I hope it works out. If it don't work out, move, leave, bye. You know what I'm saying? But for the average person out here, if you marry, stay married. Your kids get affected by it. You know what I'm saying? You made a vow. You know, you have a covenant with God. Honor it. God will honor you. And that's actually in the word too. But I'm not gonna go into the Bible today. Again, guys, man, be accountable for yourself. Gain the knowledge and understanding. Outlast the darkness. Grind, man. Hey, man, it's Real and Authentic with Antoine Smalls. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with me. If you have gotten anything from these videos, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Share it with whoever needs to hear it. Put your comments, man. Let me know what you think. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Tune into the next video. Peace.